Greetings and salutations. My name is Don Dillard. I am a professor of philosophy, and in this Philosophy 101 video, I want to talk about identifying moral issues, problems, and dilemmas. Let's get started. Let's jump straight into an example. Suppose that a police officer is making an arrest, and suppose further that a passerby starts filming that arrest. What are some moral features of that case? On the one hand, the police officer is morally obliged to prevent harm to the public, including the individuals they are arresting. So you have values related to preventing harm, protecting the public, and minimizing harm. On the other hand, the passerby might have a moral obligation to record the arrest for the sake of public safety of the person being arrested. She might even think that she has a right as such to film in public. So you have moral values related to promoting public safety and the freedom to record. So what we've done at this point is merely to pick out the possible moral values at stake in this case. What we haven't done is identify the moral issues. Now, there are more than one moral issue at stake here, and the issue will depend on any additional details we add to the case. In fact, the moral issues are created by these moral details. Our mission will be to identify the most salient moral issue. Now, this is all very abstract. Let's get back to our case. How might the police officer respond to being filmed? The officer might think that the passerby is interfering with her duty to make the arrest. And by interfering with her duty to make the arrest, the passerby might be compromising her ability to prevent or minimize harm in this case. Therefore, the police officer might feel that morally she is justified to order the passerby to stop filming or to even take steps to stop the passerby from filming. Now, let's look at this case from the other side. How might the passerby respond to being ordered to stop filming? The passerby might think that the police officer has overstepped the bounds of her authority and is infringing on her right as such to record civil servants for the sake of public safety. And by ordering her to stop, the police officer is compromising her rights and public safety. Therefore, the passerby might feel that morally she is justified to continue filming, even though she has been given an order by the police officer to stop. So you have two possible moral issues here. On the one hand, the moral issue of compromising the ability of law enforcement to prevent or minimize harm to the public by filming them. And on the other hand, the moral issue of law enforcement compromising an individual's right as such to record events for the purpose of public safety. Now, I think that these are genuine moral issues, and these issues can together create a moral dilemma about values related to public safety. But I think we can sidestep this dilemma by looking a bit deeper into the issue. A value we left out of our deliberation is the value of mutual respect. So how can this value help us sidestep the dilemma? First, the police officer might recognize the value of being recorded by the passerby. If anything goes wrong, having a recording of the event might help exonerate her from claims of wrongdoing. Second, the passerby might recognize the value of recording the officer in such a way which does not interfere with her ability to make an arrest in a minimally harmful way. After all, if you are really interested in public safety, then you don't want to cause an incident by being unsafe. So the moral issue here might be the importance of promoting mutual respect in our interactions with others. The police officer, on the one hand, might thank the passerby for recording, but to ask the passerby to record from a safe distance. And the passerby, on the other hand, might announce to the police officer that she is filming the arrest for her safety and the safety of the arrestee, just in case anything goes wrong. And then this way, the moral dilemma we identified about public safety can be avoided. All right, to recap, we've looked at a case, identified some possible moral values, and then explained how the moral details of a case can help us identify possible moral issues by identifying values as a foundation for those moral issues. We've also discussed how a moral dilemma can be created or avoided depending on how we parse out the relevant values and details of the case. That's it for now. I hope this was helpful. Thank you for listening, and until next time, take care.